Hey, how are
How's it going?
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can hear you. Great.
Cool.
Give me
Can you
one.
can you see me?
I can see you.
Cool.
Awesome. All right, I'll just get right into it. So what's it
Do it.
been like having had a fight scheduled then it not happening and then having to wait all these months, not because you were needing that time, but because there just wasn't a chance to fight. What was that time like for you?
No, that time actually worked out because I did need that I went to that even though I didn't fight in November, I went through a training camp and I put my body through a lot, especially like going to 45. Like I said before, I'm a big everybody knows I'm a big 45er, and yeah, that weight cut was taking a toll on me in my last couple performances, and then this one, my body was just like, you know what, we had enough of this. Basically, it's like breaking down. I got injured. I kept pushing through it, and just progressively kept getting worse. So I needed that time off after I had to pull out of that last fight, and that made me sit back and reevaluate and reassess and realize that it's going to be a lot more conducive to my style and to my performances to fight at 55 for the tournament.
So what did you have to change, if anything, in training to kind of move into that new weight class? Was there anything that you had to change or anything that you think you're going to have to do differently?
No, not much at all. The only difference is I was able to eat more and put on a little bit more size. Not too much size because I'm not going to be a small lightweight at all. So I don't want to get too big at lightweight. So it's been a nice seamless transition.
So would you say, I mean, nobody wants to be injured, of course, but what was that kind of a little bit of a blessing in disguise?
It might have been. It honestly might have been just like I said, to make me sit back and reassess and think about things and think about what's going to give me the best opportunity to make the most out of my performances. And I think this is going to be that change that I needed.
And now you're going to be making this new debut, a new promotion, a whole new format, and they're putting you up against the reigning champion, or I guess, last year's
Right off the
champion.
bat.
What do you think of that? Were you excited by that challenge, or were you kind of like, come on, man? Like,
No, absolutely, absolutely. That's that. Like, give me the best guy right off the bat, the guy that won the season right off the bat, because that's when I'm fresh. I'm going to be going into this one fresh. I'm not going into this one with already one or two fights under my belt. I mean, like after this fight, I got another one right after that. So to get the guy that won the belt last season right off the rip, yeah, sign me up for that.
and you're in an interesting position because I've talked to a lot of fighters who have all said they're excited to fight you. And they're all excited to fight you for obviously because you're a great fighter, but also because you carry a little bit of like this UFC they think if they can beat you, then they can prove that PFL fighters are just as tough as UFC fighters, especially because of the way, you exited the UFC.
Yeah.
So you almost have like this weird pressure on you, to defend a promotion that you're not even in anymore. Like, is that a weird situation for you?
That's I guess that's flattering. I'm the first person. That's the first time I'm hearing this. First person to tell me that. It's pretty flattering, I'd say. But I'll say it for them. I think that PFL athletes are just as good as UFC athletes. I'm not going into this PFL thinking I'm the man and I'm gonna fucking that's it. Like I just came from the UFC and it's gonna be easy road. Yeah, I am the man, but I'm not thinking that this is gonna be a walk in the park at all. I'm expecting.
Oh, I lost your audio.
Did you get me?
Oh, there we go. Got you back.
You got it. All right. Did you what would you miss out on?
So I the last bit I got was you saying that it's not going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, exactly. I'm taking these guys as serious as possible. I'm taking them even honestly more serious because it's my first time at 55 too. So if they want to look at me that way that you said, that's awesome. That's flattering, but that doesn't add any extra pressure to me. I put enough pressure on myself for my performances, so extra pressure doesn't affect me at all.
Is it exciting to hear that everybody wants to fight you? Because I've asked everybody, and I'm going to ask you too, like looking ahead, who you want to fight. Everybody's saying you. That's got to be, like you said, like a great feeling.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I appreciate that. It like I said, it is flattering, but I'm not worried about anyone right now besides the guy that I signed on the fucking dotted line for. I'm worried about the guy that's going to be there on April 14th. That's my sole focus right now.
And what sort of fight are you expecting from him?
I mean, what am I expecting from him? I'm expecting for him to try to take me down. That's really what I'm expecting. He got a knockout in his last fight. It was a fun fight. I'm hoping that it gives him more confidence in his hands and he wants to stand and trade with me. I think after I start getting the better of the exchanges, I think he's going to start shooting. So just to be as clear as possible, that's really what I'm expecting.
And I know you said you're not looking, looking ahead, but if you get past this man that has, the title, technically doesn't have the title this season, but we kind of still feel like he does. Do you feel like all the other matchups are going to be easier than him? Do you feel like this is the toughest one?
No,
Who do you think
no,
is
I'm not.
the toughest?
There's every freaking guy in this division. It really is. Like, yeah, Natan Scholl, who had a really close fight with him. That's a tough fight. You got Clay Collard, who's got a crazy pace. That's another tough fight. You got the guy that he's fighting. I don't remember his name. The Asian dude, the Japanese guy, comes with a crazy record. There's so many good guys at this weight. Like Stevie Ray. Like it's after this fight, I'm expecting another hard fight, especially for the simple fact that I'm fighting basically back to back. So I think that makes the fights even harder.
Right. And I guess my last question for you, just looking at the tournament and the new format, what are you most excited about this season?
I'm excited to be active, just to rack up these fights, rack up these wins, and win this freaking $1 million. I mean, I'm making a stupid amount of money, and I can't wait to change my family's life with this.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Enjoy the violence.
Oh, thank you.
No
Have
problem.
a great day. Bye-bye.
You too.